Hi, my love. All right, so this video is all about getting you started on your journey with Seint, how to put your makeup on. I'm going to walk you through it for the very first time. If you have not ever used this makeup and you keep watching and you're like, girl, what is that about? It looks really cool. It's all in one compact. I need that in my life. I'm going to say, yes, you do. There's a color match form that's going to be linked somewhere here, up or down. I don't know where it's going to be at. There's a color match form. All you're going to do is answer questions on your color preferences, skincare concerns. I'm going to look at a picture of you and then we will get you going. Okay. Super duper easy. So don't be scared to reach out about that. And then always, I will have my shopping link for the month posted right here. So always check this announcement section. It's going to be right here. And then we're going to jump right in. Go ahead, if you will, get pulled up on your computer. I should have sent you an email. You should have received it before or right about the day that your order shipped and delivered to you. You'll see a diagram with your specific customized colors, where they're going to go on your face, and a description kind of talking you through it. But I want you to have that pulled up so that when I'm talking about your brightening highlight, main highlight, color corrector, contour, bronzer, any of that kind of stuff, when I'm talking about lip and cheek, setting powder, you will have your custom colors pulled up so we can walk through this together. And again, you can always reach out to me. Never, ever, ever hesitate to reach out to me. I would much rather talk to you, spend that time with you. I actually prefer that. Just relationships and connecting in general in life. So definitely reach out and do that. I would much prefer that than you sitting there going, girl, I don't know, mine don't look like that, okay? So get with me and we will troubleshoot if we need to, okay? So keep watching and hopefully this helps. Okay, let's hop right to. So the very first thing I always do before I get started with my makeup is the stay spray. So I use a damp perfector. I totally didn't spray it on it. There we go. Just spray it really well. And then I just press this all around my face. I really try to concentrate areas that are going to kind of move a lot because I don't want my makeup breaking up and, moving all over the place. So I'm focusing under my eyes a lot because we're really animated. And then obviously around my mouth, because I can never stop talking. And I'm just going to keep bouncing it around. I do saturate my face pretty well. Literally, I just shot it across the table. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I need my eyes checked. Maybe my depth perception really is off bad. I'm going to pop it all up here. And you can see my face glistening. I am putting a good liberal amount. I am just putting it all on there, right? And my eyes are already done. And I will link that video. But this is all, as I said, this is about getting you started with your makeup for the first time. So let that dry really, really well. Maybe I can speed my video up there. So you will have, most likely, you're going to have a cute little compact and it will have a brightening highlight, an accent highlight, your main all over highlight. Probably you may have a color corrector, you may not. I'm gonna show one side of my face maybe with and one side without, so you get an idea in case wherever you fall out in that. Then you'll have a contour color, which will be this darker color here. You may have, there's a variety you could have. And then there'll be a Bella bronzer possibly, and I love the Glow Illuminator. I don't always put this in when you're first getting started, but I do love it together, so I'm going to show it together. Okay, so my face has had a moment to dry. Let's just pop right in. I'm going to start with contour because everybody is going to contour, okay? And I'm just taking my detail brush. So let me just show you. I love these two brushes. These three, hands down, are must. I think you definitely need to have them as soon as you can get them because they make such a difference in application. I love the detail brush. It's great for contouring. It's great for putting that pop of color. The buff brush is amazing. It is great for getting a full coverage. I can contour. I can do everything with this brush as well. I love these in conjunction together. And then I absolutely adore the blush and bronzer brush because it does just what it's called. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna use this detail brush and we're just gonna pop right into my contour, just like that. Not digging and getting a lot of product, anything like that. Set that down. So we're gonna start up here. Now, when I first started, I would just do a big rainbow is what I called it, across my forehead. I was learning and it worked beautifully. But as time went on and I dove into it a little more, I found that I preferred to bring it a little bit in as well. So I'm going to show you that because you get to get the best of me, okay? I'm just gonna bring it right here, right there. And you see how it's up in my hairline? And I will blend it out a little more in a bit. And then I'm going to put some right here. So when I started diving into the cheetah hack and I found the original cheetah hack, I noticed that she put contour here. So it got me thinking and like playing around with my makeup, and I found that I like this way better, and I have been doing it since then. So I concentrate most of it there, and then I just kind of brush it down. Don't worry, it's not finished in this moment. Just brushing that contour down just a little bit, okay? Make sure I got some right there, good. Just like that. So it's just leaving this inner part kind of brighter. All right. And ignore my friend here. As I pointed out, right? Okay, let me show you about doing under here, okay? We're gonna go super light. We're not coming heavy. I like to pretend I have a very pronounced jawline, okay? So I take and I flick right there. Just kind of flicking up or down, however you prefer, but I just flick right there. And you see how it just makes it a little more chiseled? I'm not using a lot of product. So I draw that straight line up, and then I come here and I'm gonna draw it this way. And I'm not using a lot of product, but you see how suddenly my jawline's just a little bit more pronounced, okay? Just like that. Now this side, not so much, but I mean, I do have some natural shadow there. We all have a little natural shadow. So I just go push it up. Bam, all of a sudden I've got a jawline really showing out. And I just draw off of that, okay? And I make sure if I feel like it went a little heavy, I'll just blend it down just a little bit, okay? But suddenly I've got that jawline, okay? Now, here, I like, what do we call it? The gosle. The gosle, I think that's literally what you call it. We have laughed in the beginning since then. So I like to make this disappear, okay? And matter of fact, I do makeup so often. I was just taking my makeup off. Y'all ignore me. I don't know that I took it off my neck. Let me go ahead, get it off my neck because you can't get a full picture if I have any contour or bronzer. This is the beauty of literally getting to put makeup on and make money. It's amazing. So I do put it on a few times a day, a lot of times. So I'm gonna let that dry. We're gonna switch modes while it's drying. I'll come back to that, and we're going to contour our cheekbones. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna give you a starting point, and based on your face shape, we're gonna pivot one way or the other, okay? So find top of your ear. If you can uncover it under your hair. And typically if you go there and you press in, you'll find that hard bone. You'll press up onto it underneath. It's smushy, right? Your cheekbone's easy to find, okay? So there's that. Now I also like to find the most pronounced part, which is right there. You drop off, but I like to come up just a smidge, okay? So this is where I like to not bring my contour up above that, and I'm not bringing it way down here. This is where I'm gonna play at, okay? So I'm gonna use this to show you what we're gonna do. If you have a really long, slender face and you want to add some width to it, you're gonna do the good old trick of the trade. Like, you know, with your clothing, you wear stripes, you know, up and down or horizontal, depending. So if you've got a really narrow face and you want to accentuate and add some width and some cheeks right there, you're going to come a little bit more horizontal. If you have more of a round face and you're wanting to elongate it, you're going to bring it a little more vertical like that. So you're at the same point, you're just pivoting one way or the other, depending on you, okay? So got a little contour here, and I am going to pivot mine a little bit more down, okay? Just like that. Now I kind of come in a little bit more in doing that, drawing that, showing it. I don't like to bring it in past my eye. It's cream, so it's super forgiving, so I just smudge that right off, okay? And I'm not gonna blend it way down here. I'm always gonna blend up, but I'm going to concentrate the majority of my contour back here, okay? I'm just kind of stamping it, and then I'll start fluffing it upwards like this, okay? So I'm not coming above that. Do you see how it starts lengthening my face, okay? I have more of a, I don't know what shape anymore I would say it. It used to be more narrow than it is these days. These days it's got a little bit of extra love to it. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just come up, and I'm putting the majority of my product in the back. Let me get a little bit more on my brush. I'll put the majority of the product in the back, and then I'm just bringing it right there. And I'm going to keep it up high, not dragging it way down here, okay? Do you see how it just kind of chisels out your cheekbones just a little bit, okay? Now, let's come back down here. This is dried. You can see it better now. See, I told you my face is a little softer these days. So right here under my chin, you see that shadow? I'm gonna come right by that shadow and do like this. And we're gonna soften it right here. Y'all, it's amazing what makeup does. All I'm doing, this brush is amazing. Like, it looks like I'm shaving my neck or something. I'm just brushing it down. And do you see how it made it look like I didn't have extra right there? It just kind of helps it disappear, okay? Now, I don't do this a whole lot, but I know some ladies do, so I'm gonna go ahead and show it. You can take your contour, come right down here, and right here. While we're diving into it and breaking it down, I'm just gonna show you all. You can bring it down like that. Do you see what it's doing to your neck? And it's also kind of blending these colors in with your natural skin as well. So just kind of to find out a little bit. All right, now let's get into applying our makeup. So we're gonna do half and half. I'm going to do half of my face as if I didn't do any kind of correcting. I'm not gonna correct it all. So I'm gonna choose this side to do plain, this side I'll color correct. Same brush I was just using. I'm gonna flip over. Love this little end. I'm going to go into my brightening accent highlighter right here. So it's gonna be the brighter of the two, the lighter one per se. Take a dab, and I put just right there. Now I've already got my eyeshadows done, so I am being mindful of that. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. So the brightening color is 100% to draw attention to. It's gonna brighten the area. Light's going to reflect off of it, okay? So I've got it there, I've got it there. A lot of times I will do my chin, and I do like to hit my Cupid's bow. A little bit up there, okay? And I am gonna put it right here. And I do like to put mine down the center of my nose right there, okay? So some ladies like to do the big upside down triangles. Totally up to your preference, but this is what I have found I really like and have gravitated for some time towards. Now, if you have a color corrector, I'm going to use this color Sunlit. Now I would take it and I would put it where I needed to kind of correct that. So I'm putting it on my birthmark right there. I'm going to put it right up here where I have some acne scars right there. I'm gonna put it right here, okay? Now you can do what I'm about to do a couple of ways, and I'm gonna bring it more across right in there, okay? So And I'm just leaving it all. We'll blend at the end because right now our skin is warming up this cream and it's going to help it blend beautifully. So you can blend it and do another layer, but typically you don't have to. And I'm going to show you where you're not doing layers, because that is one of the #1 issues when somebody first gets started, is they use too much product. So you're thinking, Alicia, what do you mean? Just bear with me, watch, and I'm going to show you. So I'm not doing anything in layers. Everything is a single layer on my face, okay? So this side is if you did not have any type of color correcting at all. Some ladies call it a camo. So you don't have any color. That is just your brightening, highlight, contour. This is just your color that you're correcting with and your contour. So I'm going to balance them out now. I'm going to add a little bit of my brightening right here. So I kind of balance in that inner eye just a little bit. And I need to put some right here. About forgot to brighten back here. The reason I like to put it here is I like to lift. I'm trying to lift and defy gravity. And so that's how I do that one, okay? Just like that, and I've got it in the middle, which will be perfect. Now I'm going to grab my buff brush. I love this one. It's just amazing. They're all amazing. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab my main shade highlight. Now they all blend together to give you your custom color, but this is the one we're going to be putting mainly all over our face. I am dabbing into it. I need to melt my tin down. Just know you can. Whenever you get like this and it's in the corners, you can melt that down using a straightener on the stovetop, however you want, and it will make it back like new. Obviously, it'll kind of like melt it down and you can get to it really easy. So I've just got a little bit on here and I'm just going to kind of put it around my face. So just did a swipe there. I'm gonna put a little bit there, a little bit there. Pretty much I'm putting this one everywhere that I don't have some of the other colors on. So it's coming around in the area that a man would normally have a beard at. So let me just do like there and there. And then I like to pop it right there. Kind of a little bit. I don't want to put too much again. Okay. And then I should be able to blend this out and not really need any extra. I am going to put some around my nostrils. I get a little bit red right there. Just popping it around the nostrils. So far this main color has just went under here in a couple of spots, here around my nostrils, and I put a little bit right there, okay? And then I'm going to pop it there. And okay, just put the excess on my brush right there. I'm not even covering where I did that sunlit at, okay? That sunlit was the color I used to kind of conceal, we'll say, use that word. Just putting a little bit of the excess right there, okay? You can take a tiny bit of the brightening highlight and pop it in there if you want. Don't have to, it's totally optional. I'm gonna flip it over. So I was using my small side to apply it. Now I'm gonna use my big side and I'm gonna start blending. I blend with both of these, especially the small one under my eye, but I'm gonna start here. And I start with the brightest area. Just like this, okay? Blending. And this is where the magic starts happening, okay? This is where it happens at. Just blending, and I'm just stippling the whole time, just stippling. Just marrying these colors together, okay? Just like that. I'm gonna take a dab of that same color using my hand. I'm gonna put it right over the blemish. just like that, because I moved it around just a little bit when I was blending this out, and I'm only doing a dab, okay? And I'm just pressing it just like that, okay? Now I'm going to flip over to my smaller side. I'm gonna knock off some of that excess that was still on it, because we don't want a lot of product. See that? Marrying all this makeup color together. Just like that. Back to the small side. I'll flip over to my bigger side. I feel like I'm getting a cramp in my hand. Most random thing ever, right? Okay, so look, so pretty the way it blends together. Beautiful. All right, now let me do just a little bit of contour on my nose. So a lot of times I like to use my hands. I'm going to show you with the brush, really easy, especially when you're learning, because you don't want to use too much. I'm just going to take the edge, pop it right there. And I got my mirror right here in front of me so I don't go crazy. And I am just setting it down. I'm not doing anything crazy right here, okay? You see that? That's plenty of contour. I'm still gonna blend it out just a little bit, okay? So, setting it down. Oh. Good thing I'm gonna blend that, and it's cream and forgiving because I got like 2 little lines going on right there, don't I? So I'm going to flip over to this side. Let's go ahead and blend this one just a little bit. I'm just kind of stamping it. See, I'm not moving it around a lot. You don't see a harsh line, but then it's got the shadow. That's what we're doing, okay? Stamping this one. Same thing. No harsh line, but it's got the shadow. I'm actually gonna add, make sure it's not my light. Might be my lighting that did that, because it actually looks like there's a contour there. That's why I keep my compact by me. Sometimes this lighting is deceptive, okay? So you can take the small, tiny bit into your contour, not a lot. And this is just an extra tip. You don't have to do this, but if you want to do this step and you want to kind of connect it towards your eyebrows, knock some of this off. Nothing harsh, just a little shadow there. You can absolutely do that, okay? Now, beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful. I like to kind of do a U button on my nose, to each their own. Some like it, some don't like it there. It's okay, however. So this is my main face in one layer. I do not have heavy cakey layers on, and trust me when I say let's do one layer and less is more when you first get started. All right, let's get into some blush. And I'm going to grab, I have been working out of this gorgeous emerald, not emerald, I want to call it emerald, the gemstone bundle. Is it not gorgeous? That is what is on my eyes. I love it. So literally my whole face in this compact. I always say start where you can start, but I love this size so much. This is just my precious baby one. I love it. It's not the baby one, it's the one I started with. So my baby journey. I'm able to have all my colors. I've got 3 highlight colors, my contour, Bella Bronzer, Glow Illuminator, and then I flip over. I've got lip and cheeks, illuminator, powder, eyeshadows. Like, I just love this one, okay? So I'm gonna grab here, tiny amount will do you, because I am using a color called Ruby. I know that line's like harsh and scary right now, but don't worry. She is such a beautiful color, but I don't want to overdo her. I can always add more if I want to. So I'm just still using my detailed brush, and I'm concentrating her back here. Okay. Now again, if you're wanting to bring it in, you know, but I'm trying to elongate, lengthen my face, okay? Same thing over here, tapping my ruby, just like this. Isn't she beautiful? She's just a pretty color. I just love ruby. Okay, now we are going to grab our Bella bronzer with the blush and bronzer brush. I couldn't think of how to say it for a second. We're grabbing our Bella bronzer and our glow illuminator, and this is my favorite way to do it. I swirl them just like that together. Okay, starting out, most likely I didn't give you the glow illuminator. I try not to overwhelm you, but it is an amazing one. I need to actually start giving it to people because it makes such a difference. You're just swirling it around like so, and then I come and tap it, swirl it on the outer part of my face. Same thing over here. I'm just warming up. I'll keep blending that. And this is adding warmth to our face. Hopefully that light is not blowing it out and you can see what I'm doing. A little. I'm not putting a lot on here, okay? Little goes a long way. I mean that. Trust me when I say that. Little goes a long way. I even keep a cloth near me so that I can knock off excess. I don't like to put too much. This makeup is made to just give you a beautiful, flawless finish. So I'm just going to put it all on my neck because I like this to just marry together and be beautiful. Now, I don't really want to put too much on my chin there. I did just tap it a little bit. I have a habit of doing that. Sometimes I'll even just kind of do a dab on my nose just to kind of give it like a sun-kissed look. Totally up to you if you like that or don't like that. Now, our face is done. Our face is done aside from doing a couple of like basic things like setting it, but I also want to show you how to do your lips. I want to show you about an illuminator, and this is a huge step. So, do you remember we just saturated our face in the beginning? We put a good bit of Stay Spray. You can use the powder brush. It works amazing. I still love the Perfector. I love the powder brush as well. Most people do not start with the powder brush. The Perfector is a great way to get started. I use it in the beginning and I can use it here. So I'm doing this before I'm doing my powder. I can get away with doing it afterwards, but I want to make this a very good universal video for all skin types. So if you have really oily skin, this is how you especially want to do it. You're going to do your Stay Spray before you apply your cream. Let it dry really well, and you're going to do it after you apply your cream, okay? Immediately. So it's the first thing that goes on before your cream goes on. So immediate thing before your cream goes on, and it's the immediate thing after your cream goes on. So if you've got oily skin, this is what you're gonna do, okay? And I'm being very gentle. I am not pressing this hard. I'm just baby dabbing it. Baby dabbing. Does that make sense? I don't know. We're gonna hope so. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I am going to touch up because I keep messing it up. And I do that when I put bronzer on. A lot of times I'll accidentally darken it. But I don't want this blemish to mess up our look. Can't have that. Can't have that going on in there. It's gone. And I just put a little Stay Spray over it too, so it'll stay. So now we're gonna set that so that my blemish doesn't pop out and show and nothing else is going on. You can use the bronzer brush. I will show you my favorite brush. I did clean it. You guys, I had a big boo-boo earlier. I was doing this, making a video, and I put dark eyeshadow all over me. I was like, what? Of course I would do that. A lot of ladies like the powder brush, but I just love this one. So I'm just gonna keep using my my blend brush. if you have a fluffy one at home, most ladies have some sort of fluffy one. They may have a bigger fluffy one. However, I love this one. It just fits in here so beautifully, so easily. I knock off the excess and then I tap it all under here, just like this, okay? Pressing it all in there. Bam. Now, I don't want to make this video too long on you. I do want to show you one little trick of the trade. And this is me grabbing a different brush. I love the eyeshadow brush for lining my lips. The Multitasker is a great brush as well. I'll grab it and show it to you in just a moment. I'm just going to use this one to line under my bottom. You don't have to go out and get started with this brush immediately by any means, but I just love it. It's such a multi-purpose type brush. I use it on my eyes. I use it right here to give my lips a little bit more fullness. And let me just grab all my brushes because I literally just did this look a while ago with the ruby. So we are going to pretend like I don't have ruby on it. And I'm going to take the small end of the Multitasker. This is why I keep a cloth by me, because I do makeup so much. All right, I'm just dabbing a little bit in, and I'm going to line my lip, okay? You may not want yours lined quite as dark, and that's totally fine. There's not any rules that you have to go by. These are just good kind of principles to get you started going, and then you will kind of decide what if I can talk, what works best for you, what makes you feel beautiful, okay? So I'm just doing a little contour around here. I know you're like, oh girl, that's a lot, but don't worry, because it is a lot. I'm gonna tap it out because I don't want it to be that harsh, okay? So I'm going to use my finger and just tap, tap, tap. Just like that, okay? Beautiful. Now I'm gonna flip over. Got some ruby, which is fine because we're about to go right back into ruby. I love this look. She is just so pretty. This is the gemstone bundle. Let me show you. Minus this right here and this. The rest of it's the gemstone bundle. All four of these eyeshadows, Stay Golden, Emerald City, Amethyst, Gilded. I will link that video. I'll drop it in the comments so you can find it and see how I did this gorgeous eyeshadow look. I love it. And then Ruby and Pearl all come in this emerald bundle, which I love. So I'm going to get a little bit of Ruby. I just said her name. And she's bright. She is bright and beautiful to wear on her own, but you guys know me well enough to know that I can't leave well enough alone. I like to mix my lips, so still getting a little bit more ruby to balance out my upper with her. It would help if I had it on the right side, wouldn't it? She's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to come in and give her a little bit of a brighter, like, I don't know how to describe what I'm about to do. I'm grabbing Petal. Petal is gorgeous. I love her with ruby. I love her with so many colors. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful with black cherry. Side squirrel moment. If you don't have black cherry, you need her in your life. I'm trying to be all fancy for this video. Usually I use my hands to do my lips with, but I'm being fancy for you because, you know, I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna pop some Petal Illuminator right there and there. Don't worry, gonna blend. Do you guys do weird things with your mouth like that? That's the way I do it. So isn't that pretty? So that was Ruby, Petal, and then Pearl Illuminator. Pearl Illuminator is gorgeous. I love cream illuminators. I love the powder ones too, don't get me wrong. They're beautiful and they have a lot of sparkle to them. I just love cream, which now that I'm thinking about it, I think I pretty much recommend cream most of the time, especially if somebody doesn't do like already a lot of contour and bronzer and things like that. I do kind of go with this one because I feel like the creams, whether it be Honey, Pearl, Angel, you know, any of these, they are just that beautiful inner glow. I love them. Okay, so what did I do with my brush while ago? Did I throw it down? No, I didn't. It was right in front of me. So the same brush I put my powder on with, I'm going to actually use with my illuminator. You can do it just like I did with my hand. You can also come get a little bit on there, and I'm just going to show you how to kind of brighten this inner part of your cheek. I don't normally do this. It's a new thing I've started trying and I like it. So let me get my mirror out so I can see. And I'm just bringing it to the inner part right there, okay? You see it just catches that light. So we're trying to give that illusion of just the dewy, healthy skin, not oily, nothing like that. It's just so pretty. I'm just adding, kind of softening those. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more right there to a Cupid's bow. I just love the Cupid's bow area for whatever reason. It's one of those things I love, but this is a finished look. This is it. I know I spent some time with this one, but I wanted to be able to have time to really sit down and show you how to do this, what you need to do. I am always available to sit down and schedule out a one-on-one through FaceTime or something of those means where we will sit down and do just what I did. And you put your makeup on while I put my makeup on. We can troubleshoot at the same time, see what could be going wrong. I just feel like you have a better experience when we do that. I don't care if you ordered makeup and you just got it in and want to do that, or if you ordered makeup a year ago and you're like, girl, I just have never got the hang of it, and I know I keep seeing people love it, but I didn't love it. Let me know. Reach out to me. I am more than happy to set aside time. Come on, Alicia, you can talk, you can speak. I'm more than happy to set aside some time and us sit down and go through it, and so that you can have confidence in it and be applying it right, because I'm telling you, especially getting started, it took me at least a good solid 3 times. I know for a fact at least that, to get the hang of this makeup, because I wasn't used to cream. I was used to, I didn't wear a lot of makeup. And when I did, I was used to liquid and then powder. This is totally different. And so it takes you a little adjustment period to get used to it, but it's easier to master, if that makes sense. It's just so forgiving and easy. So again, don't hesitate to reach out. Let me know. I'm happy to help. I hope this video right here helps you, and you have a super amazing, blessed day, okay? Bye, my friend.